Hey there UK DCers, long time no see, back again now though. This is my end of year state of collection thingy where I just track what knives each year I've kept, what I still have, what I like. I'll try and keep this as short as possible, but obviously it's the entire collection, so it's going to be sort of longish. It'll just be bringing knives up, what I think of them now, do I still carry them, this, that and the other. First off, we're going to do lock-in knives, which are not legal to carry in the UK. It doesn't matter what length they are. If it locks, you can use it if you've got an excuse, but you can't carry it just as an EDC. So none of these are legal to EDC in the UK. Just be warned. So starting with that, I have a couple of cold steels. We'll just do these together since I got these around the same time. We have a cold steel Recon 1. This is actually one of my favourites. I really like how rugged this is. Something I didn't like was how they just had a flat bit here, so I threw on a choil, but apart from that, absolutely love it. There's also this, which is the ultra cheap Pro Light. This is, what is it, 4116? Yeah, German 4116 steel. Doesn't hold an edge for very long, but it really takes an easy one. And it's just very comfortable. It's got that triad lock, just like that one there. G10 FRN. But yeah, both like these quite a lot. Next, I have the only Kershaw in my collection. It's a Kershaw grinder that I sort of buggered up. I got this from EDC Life in a trade. But yeah, really sort of wrecked that edge. It's I think you need rods for this one because it's a curved edge, but there you go. This is an assisted knife. If you're interested, you can get these off of Flashaholics, I believe. They're not classed as autos, although, you know, who knows with our laws, so be careful. Remember, I'm not a lawyer, I'm just a guy on YouTube. I have the very first one that I started with, the constitute, which is like the steel handle, Damascus blade. Pretty sure it's a VG10 in the middle. Yeah, and an annoying tip down only pocket clip, but yeah, this thing's lovely. Very sharp, takes a keen edge. Had this for quite a long time. I then have my zero tolerance 0460 apparently. I have acid etched the blade on this because, again, I did sort of muck up some sharpening. You can see I've got rid of the S35, bit of the S35 VN down there, but yeah, I quite like the look of the acid etch on this. I think that works quite well. You can still see the ZT logo and all that stuff if you care, so yeah. I do quite like that one a lot. It's a nice flipper. I have the Benchmade 940, of course, which is one of my absolute favourites. Just love sitting there doing this. I know it's basically just a fidget spinner at that point, but damn if it ain't fun. But yeah, this thing's lovely. I really wish we could EDC stuff like this. This would be an absolute dream come true, to just be able to carry this and flick it out and use that. But such is life. It's not perfect, but yeah, really big fan of the 940 there. I'll do these two at the same time as well. I have the Kaiser Knives Caligine and the Kaiser Knives Zambi. Both of these I got off of Blades and Bows just before they shut down. I guess they could have gone for a little bit longer, but it's a risk they took, isn't it, I guess. This one is by far the better of the two. You have that lovely action. Much nicer. This one runs on bearings, I believe. This one runs on phosphor bronze, and as such, sometimes it's prone to just doing that, which is really annoying. But as long as you give it a good sharp thwack. I barely ever touched this one, to be honest. It looked quite nice, but I don't know. This is always nice, and they're very similar. So I'd always much rather use the Caligine. Next we have the Buck 110 that I've put a little thumb thing on just to make it one-handed. This is one of those iconic, should be in every collection really, knives. There's nothing that special about it. This is more of an American deal, I guess. Like, if you're in America, these are pretty cheap, and for what you're getting for the price is amazing. In the UK, this was about 105, 110, something like that. 110. So, yeah, not such a deal really, especially as this is just 440C. It's good 440C, but it's 440C. But you do get these nice wood handles, brass, which I haven't bothered to polish. So yeah, I do think this is definitely more of the American deal, but it's a good, since it's such a popular knife, it's a good size standard, which helped me justify that purchase. I also have these, not great, but alright, little CRKT, this is the M16, this is the M21. These are, I got this from EDC Life in a trade, and I got this from a gentleman in a trade as well, just separate. These are both cool little pieces that I've seen all over the internet. These are very popular designs. I've always wanted the M series from CRKT, but of course they're quite hard to get because of the flipper. So, you know, it's nice to have one. This one has the Laux system, whereas this one doesn't. But yeah, I haven't really used these because they're 8CR13, it's CRKT, and I've got a lot of other choices for if I need a lock knife around the house. The main two that I will be using are the best two. It's the Spartan Knives Harsey folder, which is just a gorgeous piece. I mean, just look at that. It's two slabs of titanium that have been PVD coated, I believe, along with the knife. This is all blackened with bronzed titanium hardware, except for the pivot there, which I'm pretty sure is steel. And just look. Oh my goodness. Just so nice, this thing. Absolutely in love with this knife. But yeah, this is S35VN. Unfortunately, I got this just before they switched to S45VN, but I wanted to get it before Brexit kicked off, really, because I had to order this from Knives and Tools, who are a lot cheaper than Heine at the time by about £100. So I just went with the S35VN. It's fine. But yeah, really, really big fan of this one, absolutely. And the other one I'm a really big fan of is, of course, the Large Inkosi by Chris Reeve Knives. And there's nothing I can add to what's already been said about this thing online. Far more eloquent people have put their points forward about these knives. I definitely think I prefer the Inkosi, although the 31 sort of has the ceramic ball detent as well that I like, and so I'd have to try a 31 and compare it to this to decide whether I truly like the Sebenzas or this, but I'm a Philistine when it comes to this anyway, so my opinion is just that, poor man's opinion. So there we go, the Inkosi, absolutely love it. One of those that you definitely don't just buy as your first knife. This is one you have to definitely try a few other knives before you can appreciate why this thing's special, but damn if it isn't. I also have this, which is an Extrema Ratio Nemesis, in the Desert Warfare colours. You can also get these in black, but I definitely wanted the Desert Warfare craziness. This is just an over-the-top, stupid, crazy knife. I've wanted one of these since I first saw them on Heine's catalogue about like 12 years ago, and I finally managed to get one on super sale. No one was paying the crazy £450, £500 price tag for this, and it went down to something that was, you know, reasonable. So I was like, this is my chance, I'm never going to get one of these otherwise. So I bought it. You know, it's got this stupid writing on the blade, it's only N690, this crazy camo pattern on there, a huge, thick, well overbuilt knife, metal handles, you got a bloody safety pin for the lock there, the glass breaker lanyard holder thing, this huge flat. I mean, the jimping is just disgustingly aggressive, really uncomfortable. You need to be wearing a glove to be using that, really. And like, this is uncomfortable to press. You really want to be using a glove for that as well. But yeah, this thing is just absolutely crazy overbuilt, mental. Like, really, really like this one. But I could also completely understand that it's worthless as an EDC. Really, it's very, very tacky as well. This is just a, very childish desire of mine. This one, but I really do like it. But yeah, that is all my lock knives that I own. We'll move on to the UK friendly side of things now. So we have this, which is just a fantastic little piece. I'm always grabbing this. This quite often comes out with me. It's just a nice deep carry, nice easy throw in the pocket, very light, very much like this thing. Absolute winner, the UKPK Heine Haynes G10. Very nice and easy to deploy. Absolutely love this thing. It's such a worker. I also have, not such a worker, is this thing, which was a gift for review from Carl Pearson, who didn't want it back, I'm assuming, because... but yeah, it's, it's... it's just an Amazon special, isn't it? It's not for me. I very much cherish this knife as a collector's piece from doing this channel, but I never really see this. It's just, I mean, having that sticking out of your pocket is pretty horrific. There's not much to praise about this, but it's a working knife. It does do the job. So I have a Fox Knives Libar, which, to be honest, I don't grab very often. But I have carried this a fair few times in the first half of this year, and I mean, this thing's been through, I think this one went through the washing machine. That's how unnoticeable it is in the pocket, and I had to throw some oil on this wood to recover it. But yeah, it seems fine. The M390 on this seems absolutely okay, from, whatever my opinion's worth on that, which is absolutely not much. Go to people that actually test for steel to get your opinion on that. But yeah, it's a nice little one. This is just such a great, throw in your pocket, ignore it, carry. Very, very lightweight. Very, very nice. I have this, the Manly Wasp, that I've modded so you can open it with a thumb stud. I don't carry this all too often, because I do find that because of that, sometimes it just sits there, and I don't like the idea of getting caught on like that. It hasn't happened, but I don't know, it's just one of those fears. But yeah, it's S90V. This is an absolutely fantastic knife for the price. Obviously, when you get it, it'll be like a 4-stop open thing. But yeah, these are great. These are absolutely mind-boggling for the price. G10 S90V. I have another mind-boggling piece, the Xing Lanny's clip. This is an absolutely lovely piece that I managed to just snap up from a viewer who offered it to me for sale, and I'm so glad I did. I'm absolutely in love with this thing. It's just a huge chunk of a knife. Really feels like it could deal with anything. This is the kind of knife, if you're really annoyed about not being able to have lock knives in this country and you want as close as you can get, I mean, this thing is got such a spring behind it. I've no idea how she managed to put this together. A lot of swearing, I imagine, but yeah, this thing is just great, absolutely wonderful. There's no chance of ever making this one-hand opening, but for that super strong action, it's worth the sacrifice. This is the Fox Suru Heine edition, the UK legal one, where it doesn't lock. It's just the lock bar in the middle there, and this is, I'm so happy I got this in my collection. Really, really love this one, the M390 titanium slabs. I do wish I sort of got another one, because I did have to ruin this finish, because I got this very early on into my collecting sort of phase, and I did put a couple of sharpening scratches on there, so I had to buff them out. You can see they've buffed out quite well. Yeah, you can sort of see one there. But either way, I still love this thing. This is an absolute pleasure to use. Really, really love this thing. They're not available anymore, sadly, but there you go. I need to try and speed this up, I think. So we have, currently under review, the ADV Butcher, Micro Butcher, whatever it is, Pocket Butcher, there you go. This is in N690. This was very expensive, and I'm still, like I said, still reviewing it. This will be coming up soon, the review for this. It's well overdue. It's not all positive on this, sadly, but it is mostly. But there are a few things that, for the price, you really shouldn't be having to put up with. But there we go. We'll get to that when I do the full review. Otherwise, it's absolutely gorgeous. Lovely copper rings. It's lovely, lovely dark wood. Really in love with that. And my God, just look, very imposing. Talking of imposing. Here is another knife I got as a gift from EDC Life. This is the Lansky World Legal. This is a heck of a knife. This really fills up your hand. It's just huge. It's not what I'd call a looker, but it certainly gets the job done. I was expecting to hate this knife, but in use, I couldn't say that I hated it. It just did the job, and what more can you ask for, really? Beztek Junzi. This one's a real shame. I really like this, except for I have to have that in the back, that little piece of material there, because if you don't, this blade about here strikes the back and goes dull, which is just unacceptable. Because this is otherwise a really nice little knife. You know, it's S35VN, titanium, carbon inserts, opens like a dream, closes like a dream, has a finger choil, jimping up here. I mean, this ticks all the boxes. It's just, it's so savage that's an issue. I just wish they'd had a stop bar in here or something. Alas, they don't. So this still does get carried, though. I do still like this knife. It's a shame I had to put that ugly shit in there. I also had to refinish the blade because, again, the amount of times I had to resharpen this, and to be honest, I was getting fed up with it. So I acid etched it and then gave it a satin finish. So there's that. We have the MKM Chelina, which is an absolutely fantastic piece. Really love this. This is just so useful. Just you can poke into boxes and really go through them. This M390 on here takes an absolutely razor edge. This is the aluminium scales version. If I was going to get this again, I didn't realise how much I was going to like this, because I had the Farah at the time, and I figured they're similar enough. I'll prefer the Farah, and then I'll sell this. The other way around, I preferred this to the Farah. This just has a much more useful blade shape than the Farah. So yeah, I ended up selling the Farah, and I've kept this because this is just that good. But yeah, the MKM Chelina, really recommend that. Where's my other MKM? Here it is. So this is the configuration I got that Chelina in, if I'd have known how much I was going to like it with the titanium and the Makata inserts. This, however, is the MKM Root, which is an Anso design. I like this one. It looks kind of like a mini chef's knife in your pocket, kind of like style. I have yet to finish my review on this. There are certainly some things that I've already covered in the unboxing, where there was like some sharp edges here and that lot, but it looks like I'm liking this quite well. It's been useful, hasn't presented any weird problems, so there's that. What else have I got? These two. This one I got given for review by SOG, and this one I purchased off my own back because it was only £36 at the time, and yeah, this is absolutely worth £36 in my opinion. I do think they're a little expensive normally, especially at Heine, where they're usually £65 each. That's a bit much for BD1, but 36, my God, yeah, it's absolutely worth it at 36. I just figured, yeah, I'd get it just so I can have the blacked out pocket clip at least. Although I do quite like the black one now, so I've carried this a few times. But yeah, this is great because it just blends in with my my black trousers. But yeah, in general, as long as you don't want to take those apart, they're fantastic. Wouldn't recommend. got that. I have a couple of zip slips here. This is the first zip slip I ever got, the sort of Bowler S110V, K110 Bowler steel, which is like a fancy D2. It's his MV2 line, and I have this one, the titanium handles and Terravantium. Nothing on this will rust. It's completely rust-proof knife. Even the spring is titanium, which is, as you can see, isn't great, but it does the job, and you get the choil here anyway, so it does keep the knife shut as well, which is, you know, ish anyway. Yeah, the titanium spring really isn't a great idea, but like I said, that knife is completely rust-proof. This one not so much, but yeah, always love the zip slip. Great knives. This, the Mech Army EK3RC. I mean, it's a useful knife. It's M390, does the job. This one, it feels quite comfortable. It's got some glaring issues that I just cannot overlook, and I know they're there, and that annoys me. So this one doesn't get carried very much. It's also tip down only, and it's got this huge fat old pocket clip that isn't deep carry. So yeah, there's that. One that I absolutely do love, especially because of this deep carry, unassuming, very small pocket clip, is the Zero Tolerance 0235, another Anso design. I saw on their Instagram that they were thinking about redesigning the pocket clip, and honestly, I think it needs a new coating, because you can see like that's already getting battered. But this is about the perfect pocket clip design for me. It could just be anything. That could easily be a pen or whatever in your pocket. I mean, obviously a pocket's like your trouser pocket's a bit of a weird place to put a pen, but it's not out of the realm of possibility, is it? So yeah, I very much like the smaller pocket clips like that. What else we got? We have got the Bokeh Plus Rocket. This is the Heine Haynes Special. Honestly, I haven't carried this at all, not even a little bit, since I took this off my keychain. It's just odd, and the edge took a battering there from my keys, so yeah, I mean, it does the job. It's just I've got knives that I prefer to this, so yeah, this has just been sat around doing nothing. The Falkniven F1, new one, sorry, not the F1, or Falkniven, however you say it. This is one that I quite like. It does have its flaws though, and it's definitely overpriced for having those flaws. I completely agree with what people were saying about that. It's definitely too much money for what it is, but I do really like this. I really like the wood. I like how simple the design of this is. But yeah, this could do with being about 100, not 186. So, and that's never going to happen, which is a shame. But yeah, this does get carried occasionally. Again, it's just another one of those you can throw in your pocket, and it's not too heavy or anything like that. Let's go with these. We have the Lunas, 3 Lunas. This is the premium carbon, the Heine G10, and the original titanium. I think the titanium's my favourite, although the carbon has the best steel. This is S35VN, D2, and N690. You can switch the blades on some of them, however they are different thicknesses, so it does cause some minor issues, like they're a little bit too hard to open or something like that, but they do switch out. I've tried it. It does work just, but yeah, they're definitely not as smooth as, like, they won't do that. They'll get stuck. But yeah, really like these. This obviously is my most carried because of the S35VN, and you can just see the copper is all gone. That is completely gone, that copper finish. So if you're buying this for the copper finish, just don't bother. Just imagine you're going to have this, because that copper finish is gone. But yeah, really fantastic knives. These are probably among my favourites of last year, and this came out just in 2018, just at the end of 2018, I think. 2019, sorry. I have this Michael May that's been sharpened to hell and back, trying to, even it out. Not very happy with this one, but there you go. It is what it is. I think I got a lemon, but I can only review what I got. We have this, which was a gift from Paddy. This Higo no Kami, which is my little desk letter opener. Very much like this. Use this quite a lot. Just any time I need to cut something at my desk, this is just over here. Pop this out, pull it, and then there we go. And yeah, thank you very much, Paddy, for this one. Another one from Paddy was this, the little tomahawk lamb foot. And if there's ever a dirty job or something like that I just want to, just a working knife to do that I don't need to worry too much about, this is it. This absolutely, I think you're supposed to hold these like that as you cut towards you, but you can still use it like that fine. If there's anything that I'm a bit like, I'm not really looking to screw up any of my nice knives, this is the one to go with that. It's just very affordable. Now you can see it has its issues, but it's just, what you're getting for the money is amazing. It's like, I think these were about £5 or something crazy like that. So this is just one of those you can just use for anything. What else have I got? I've got my old, this is the Stat Gear Ledge. This was the knife I used to lend out at work. Unfortunately, work's become, it's more difficult to carry multiple knives and stuff like that now because of the COVID restrictions and things like that. And the hours I work now, that's all changed. So it's not so easy to carry random things. It's also harder to even use them, which is why reviews are taking a lot longer now. But this one just doesn't get carried anymore. This used to be my most carried knife because I always carried it to give to a co-worker, but now, no chance. There's just no point in carrying a second. I only ever carry one now. But yeah, there you go, Stat Gear Ledge. Got a lot of use out of that. Definitely did the job. I have a couple of Victorinoxes. Of course, you've seen these as the size comparators from our channel, the Tourist and the Pioneer. Both lovely knives there. What else? I have my jewels. I've also got this, which is the the Mercury 6. I think this is probably like the 9 or the 8 use or something like that. This is fine, but that's all it is. There's nothing that blows me away about this. It's exactly what you're paying for. So yeah, it's that, I guess. I have this, which I got in a trade, or sort of a trade with Eric. I gave him the Tops knives, that razor thing, and I got this, the Pinch, and this one, when you buy this isn't UK legal, but I've modded it with this choil to make it UK legal. It really needs that choil as well, because look, it will just close just on a flick, which is pretty dangerous. But yeah, as long as you do that, that's fine. But yeah, this is definitely one you need to add a choil to or cut down the end. It's not UK legal as you get it, which is a shame. I really like the action on this. It's a very nice, smooth one, although Eric could not stand it because of how weak it was. Like I said, the choil eliminates that for me because it doesn't matter. If you don't have that though, it does tend to just want to close on you. Like I said again, choil sort of eliminates that, but yeah, definitely does want that little mod. I also have this, the Northfield unexcelled, which one is this again? The 29 13 19. Really love this. This is, I think they called this the Stockyard Whittler or something like that. But absolutely love this. This is my favourite GEC I've ever handled. Absolutely in love with this thing. Really, really nice for on a posh carry. I also have this, which is the Heine Haynes and Quartermaster Barney McGrew flagged, which is, you know, because it's got the UK Union Jack on there. Just a weird one, just a really deeply weird knife. I do like it, but I don't carry it very much. You know, you get that much stuck out of your pocket. You have to manipulate this before you can undo that. There's not really any resistance except for you holding down there to it closing. Yeah, just a deeply, deeply weird knife, this one. What else have we got? We've also got these two, which are lovely. The EOS Prawn, which gets a fair bit of pocket time. This is just such a nice little one to just have in your pocket and pull out, and it's completely like UK legal. Look at the size of it, and has the little closing stop there. Yeah, I really, really do like this. I also have the EOS Urchin, which it gets carried a lot less, this one, just because of how aggressive it looks. I really like the size of this for the price. Sorry, the size of this for UK laws. The price is very expensive though on this. This was like £200. If you want the titanium one, it's £300. Although it is Nitro V steel, which is very nice. But yeah, beautifully smooth. Absolutely like this one. I can see a lot of people hating the look of this, but yeah, that's fine. It's definitely a different knife, isn't it? I guess the Prawn is as well. What else have we got? We got these three, which are largely the same except for a few differences. We have the very first Tinder. I got the sheep's foot, which has been absolutely battered, like really like hard used. We have the Spanto, which again has been used quite a lot, not as much as this though. And we have the still under review vintage Slippy, which as you can see is starting to rub there. Right there you can see it's rubbing against the liner, so yeah, not great. None of these two do that. But yeah, you can see it's off center, and no matter what I do, it won't re-hit center. So also it had those issues with the missing stop pin when I got this. Yeah, this is a whole bag of worms. This was the most disappointing knife I got last year. I was expecting so much of this after having these two, and yeah, this one really let me down. But yeah, such is the game. I then have this, which absolutely hasn't let me down. The Leongmar Traveller NM390, still one of my favourites. Really nice, elegant little pocket clip that's deep carry there. A nice all-round package. On-ball bearings, you can shoot it shut if you want. Open it with a pinch, or you can open it with the pushing on there. Very happy with this one. Really well made in my opinion. Just an absolutely gorgeous knife. Still carry this one all the time. Really like this thing. And then we have my most carried knife of this year by far and away, is the Chris Reeves Impinda. Now this isn't, in my humble opinion, not legal. This is not legal when you get it. I had to take a fair amount off the end. You can see it used to come up to like here. If you want to see my unboxing of this, it's on my second channel, UK LCK2. But yeah, this is just such a fantastic knife. It's like a mini version of the Spartan Harsey folder. They're designed by the same man, of course, Bill Harsey. Absolutely a huge fan of his design. This just, I mean, when I saw this online, I was like, do I really want that? It looks so plain and boring, but it just fits in the hand so perfectly, and the action on this is, like, for having such a strong spring, such a lovely walk and talk. I really like this thing. Really, really like this. Yeah, this one, I'm always carrying this. You can see, like, it's absolutely battered on this side. Don't even care. Just going to use this thing to death. And then I can always send this out for a blade replacement and a tune-up at some point. And Chris Reeves will do that for a fee. So, yeah. Oops, and I've had to add in this one at the end because I was carrying it the day before and it was still in my pants pocket. This is the TRM Viator, which is nice. I have altered the action so that you can use this little hole to open it one-handed as well. CPM 154, very nice, like a laser through stuff, very thin grind. Really like this one. Very, very sharp though, takes a great edge. You know, it has some weird issues, like that centering is awful, but you know, I'm absolutely fine with it otherwise. Really, really nice one. Carry this quite a lot still. But yeah, that's it. That's my EDC State of the Collection. Thank you for watching. Sorry that it went on for so long, but there you go. Stick around. I'll be doing reviews of those knives soon, I hope. Yeah, thank you very much, and best of luck to everyone in the new year. Cheers.